Has there ever been such an opportunity in life? Something in view, but not in arm's reach. Always moving around, but rarely toward the thing. Today I want to share how I experienced this way of living and how God redefined what it meant for me to be intentional. And through this, how I learned how to be more proactive in seeking God's direction for my life. But it all starts in the summer of 2023. So I was actively going to the University City location of Elevation, and over time I was asked to be a leader for YouthX 2023. And at first I really had no idea that they even went about doing summer camps like that. And I remember on the first night being there with all the youth, I remember seeing a really cool cinematic that just grabbed my attention in a new way. Everything about it was professional, really well done, and it really just grabbed me in a new way. I felt like I haven't really seen something like that. Of course, seeing movies and all those things, being there, seeing that for what it was, for who it was for, was just a really cool thing. And in the film, I recognized somebody that I knew from University City location. So I ended up finding him at YouthX, and I was asking, yo, what was this? What was this all about? How did you get connected to be in something like that? And that's when he let me know that Elevation actually does apprenticeships and internships. So after hearing about that opportunity, I immediately got his contact information and wanted to follow up with him just to learn more about how I could possibly be involved in something like that or to apply, whatever the case may be. And when this happened, this was just a little bit into July, but then August came, and then September came, and then October came. And I still didn't reach out to my friend about this opportunity. And so then by that point, I'm in my fall semester of college, and I kind of forget about it. I forget about the opportunity that was presented, understanding that, I kind of went to this church, but also that there's opportunity in a field that's interesting to me, also for the effect of the next generation, which was also interesting to me. So after a day of school, one evening I just came home and I turned on a Charlotte Hornets game. Don't know who they were playing, but I remembered about when I turned it on, they turned on the Jumbotron and I saw the friend that I saw in Orlando. I didn't know at the time that he also worked with the Charlotte Hornets, but the fact that I saw him there in Orlando months ago talking about the opportunity, to then somehow see him then on a random night that I turned on a Charlotte Hornets game, to then see him out of all people, the thread then popped up again in my mind that, oh, I haven't stepped into the opportunity that was in front of me, to even know more about this opportunity, to ask him for the information and to pursue it. So that night I found his contact and I reached out, and the next day got the information about the apprenticeship and the internship. Two opportunities that quickly could have passed me by because I honestly wasn't intentional about following up and doing the deed. And a few months later, I was able to walk in that opportunity. And the funny thing to me was I got the information about the apprenticeship and didn't really consider the internship until I got denied the apprenticeship, and in the email they let me know to apply for the internship, and so I applied. Up until that point, I really didn't know that film was being made for the intention of reaching the next generation, for the efforts of people being exposed to Christ or ideas that are Christ-centered in a way that you never know what could happen. That was just a really cool thing for me to see, and seeing God's intentionality rekindle ambition that I failed to keep was also just another game changer, because I saw how God's intentionality can sync up with my intentionality and efforts towards whatever the thing is. And that's how the thing can actually happen. And I really don't recommend this, but it was truly the only opportunity I applied for in the summer of 2024, because I really believed that it was the only opportunity that would both provide spiritual support, but also career development. But it was clear to me that my intentionality was not syncing up with God's intentionality, and I easily could have missed this opportunity. But through that process, I learned how to be proactive and was able to walk in the opportunity. But if I could rewind time and go back to the moment when I first saw that video and made the connection, I would learn how to be proactive. Jesus talks about asking, seeking, and knocking. I now believe being proactive and learning how to do that in any area of your life, no matter if it's a big opportunity like a summer thing or whatever the case may be, learn how to ask, to seek, and to knock. And what does that mean to you? But more than what it means to you, how can the Holy Spirit guide you in that process of relating to Him and understanding what next, whatever the thing looks like? and more videos to come explaining more about my experience at Elevation being an intern and just the many things I was able to learn and experience. But please leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear next or to talk about. And yeah, until the next one. Peace.